Hello and welcome to the greatest Tamil science channel. I'm your host Vishakha and we are in conversation with Dr. C.K. Nandagopalan. Hello sir.
Hello, good morning Vishakha.
Good morning. So taking on from last time, we were talking about diabetes. Now we're going to go to the next level. We understood the basis of the human body and of glucose and how it affects our body. Now we're going to talk about diabetes in itself. So what is diabetes? Can it be classified as a disease? Can we classify it as a condition of the body? Can you just define diabetes for us?
Yeah, diabetes is the name given. Diabetes mellitus is the name actually. Diabetes mellitus is the.
Yeah.
It is a glucose imbalance or a metabolic imbalance, higher level of glucose in the blood. So blood has a pH value. They maintain around 7.35 to 7.45. Say approximately around 7.4. The blood has to keep maintaining its pH value, which is very important for us. Blood cannot go acidic.
True.
It goes highly acidic, then all kinds of problems starts. So that is why the blood draws calcium from the bones and bring the pH value up. So more of glucose in the blood is going to be acidic. Because glucose by itself is acidic in nature when it joins the blood.
Right.
So when the higher glucose comes in after your food, the blood very quickly it will start transporting glucose to the entire human cells and then bring back the condition to a normal level of glucose and maintain the pH value. If the blood is always higher on glucose for various reasons, then what happens is blood becomes acidic in nature, and this acidic blood, when it flows through the internal organs, various number of organs, the organal functions are going to be on the lower side.
Okay.
So a diabetic condition is nothing other than higher glucose level most of the time, which should not be there. I wish I'm making it very clear.
Yeah. Okay. So I think to answer what I asked you, it is a condition of the body rather than looking at it as a disease.
You can call it as a disease in pathology, in the pathological classification. Diabetes is how best that we have understood this disease is what is a real question mark. At the same time, the higher glucose levels in the blood most of the time, which is not good for us. So it is a problem. It is a problem. Either we are not able to spend the glucose coming, or it is not transported properly. And why is it accumulating more? Why the body is not able to bring it down? Now you have amylin which does the job in beta cell production. So you have somatostatin produced by the delta cells does the job to control it. But diabetes is more so a liver based problem, which is yet to be studied.
Okay.
So what is the exact cause for this is something totally different, which we will talk about it when we talk about the traditional science.
Okay. Also, sir, is this condition a constant or is it temporary and based on foods or the mood of people and your state of mind, etc.? Does it vary, or is it once a person, what I'm asking is, once a person is with diabetes, is it a condition for life?
It depends. It is not a condition for life. Definitely not. You can recorrect it.
Okay.
With your lifestyle modification and so many things. Only thing, we don't have the knowledge about it. So most of the people are food crazy.
Yeah.
One of the main reason for is to excess food. Excess food in the sense like you are eating what you are eating only. Why it becomes excess food? Because you have no physical action.
True.
Now urban society has become lazy. Rural society is always active. When you see the whole world, in every country, the rural society has very less percentage of diabetes.
Very true. Yeah.
The urban society has more.
It is an urban disease. It's called an urban
More, yeah.
disease. Yeah.
So we have clustered ourselves so badly. You know, if you take Chennai, we have about nearly 30,000 people are living in a square kilometer. So you have no space. Today we don't have a place for the children to go and play. And plus, even if you have space, the children are not wanting to play because of the electronics, the video games, the mobile screens, and the iPads and all kinds of things, televisions, which was not there the ancient days. So people used to feel free to run around, which that physical action is gone. Body needs a lot of movement.
Yeah.
Unless you move, keep moving, there is some amount of bodily function is required with respect to your hands and legs, and your skeletal part of the body is exercised. It is not going to a gym and exercising, or all the work which you do is an exercise. You sweep and swab the house, it's an exercise. You wash clothes and dry them, it's an exercise. You fold clothes, it's an exercise. You're going having bath and changing your clothes and wiping it's an exercise. Like that, people have become lazy. So what happens is, the food coming in is, so much is not required, because you're not working at all.
You're not working. Okay.
See, first of all, the bones, as you work hard, the basic movements, it starts sweating. At that time only they absorb the glucose from in and calciums in and around to make it strengthen. You have to have bare minimum movements, enough for the day, because the synovial membrane of all your joints have to produce the synovial fluid to keep your lubricant, which we don't do. You sit for 16 hours a day and work in computers, then what happens? Because there is no expenditure of the energy coming in with respect to glucose.
True. Yeah.
Then what happens? The whole system is overloaded. Plus the uncertainty of the socio-economic life. Whether I may lose the job, or will I be able to pay my EMI this month? All kinds of problematic thinking, fear factor. Will I get some salary hike? Can I pick up this loan?
Can I pay the loan I have?
Yeah. So all kinds of things. I want to buy a better car, so I overburden myself. All kinds of emotional fluctuations are very high with respect to socio-economic part of life, and also the family pressure.
Okay. So we'll look at it a little more in detail when we talk about the causes of diabetes. If you can talk about a little about the types of diabetes we hear about.
Type of diabetes is very simple. You have type 1 diabetes, where the pancreatic cells, the beta cells, are not producing enough insulin for the transport.
Right.
The second is type 2. Insulin is produced in quantum, but the glucose are not getting transported for various number of reasons. Then you have juvenile diabetics, which is type 1.
Okay.
No enough of insulin. Then you have gestational diabetes. When you read higher glucose during your pregnancy, that's for women.
And that's a very temporary condition.
Yeah, these are
that third trimester of
these are the four.
pregnancy.
Yeah.
Okay. And how is diabetes measured? I mean, of course, we've all heard the...
Diabetes measured is a very complex stuff that they are not sure. In the sense, they have fixed some numbers. In my experience, whatever little that I have studied in this study for long years, I don't think so human chemistry can be brought under a particular number. See, science is always a measurement. Right? Your modern science always works under the concept of measurement. On the other side, nature is immeasurable. Your body is nature.
Right.
How can you read the immeasurable with measurement? The whole concept is gone there. Who had given you that number? How did you arrive at that number? Which is a very controversial stuff. Today they understand. We are not going to go into any controversy here. I'm just only trying to explain the concept. So, my question is very simple. When we were young in adolescence and adulthood up to 25, we can maintain 140 after 2 hours after my food. But when I am 60, 65, 70, how can I maintain 140?
True.
Because I've reached already the old age. Whether I have a good thyroid system is going on, thyroxine is going on, whether I have a T4, T3 conversion is going on well, which is interrelated to many aspects. Because, thyroxine 3 is a basic stuff for everything. It's a queen of endocrinology organ. My pituitary regulation, which produces 6 major hormones to function my cell. Is it in order? As the age go by, everything slows down. The liver stays intact up to 70 years, whereas rest of the organ starts declining after the age of 25. So various aspects are there. So how exactly we fix this number? If you take, if you ask me, I will say sugar up to 180, 200 as a postprandial should not be considered as diabetes, irrespective of any age group. Now they are studying. There is a particular German community in Sisseltorf. Right from the newborn to the old people, they are all reading 300 plus sugar, and they are all living a normal life. So now, if you take a Raju tribe, Raju clad in Andhra Pradesh near Bhima on that side and all that, they are all reading 350, 400, all age group, but they are living a normal life. So now, the scientists are also wondering, it is very difficult to understand the human body, that this HbA1c is also another, measurement what they take to read your 3 months behind what happened in your body, is also kept as 6 to normal or less than 6. Now they are considering very seriously that postprandial should be up to 200, should not cause any problem to us. HbA1c also can be up to 8. Should not be a problem. It may come anytime.
Okay.
So it is a very confusing stuff for you to understand. But when we are laymen, when the doctors test us, the biochemistry lab gives us the reading. When it is put 160 or 170 or 180, then you are declared as diabetes and given medicine.
Right.
That's where the whole problem starts.
That's where the problem starts. Yeah. Your body gets acclimatized to the new condition of performing under a
and most of the diabetic condition, like you have even if you give those medicines as tablets, the sugar doesn't get controlled after some time because body get immune to these chemicals and then they don't work.
True. So how does ancient Tamil science view diabetes?
Diabetes in ancient Tamil science is called Madhumegam.
Madhumegam, yeah.
That we can talk it in the next episode if you want.
Okay.
We will explain you that.
Sure. So thank you so much, sir, for looking at the basis of diabetes and how it's discussed. In our next episode, we're going to look at a little deeper into what is the condition of diabetes in the world today. We talked about measurement, and there's a certain measurement given, that sir said. But the science community is re-looking at really what is the measurement for diabetes. Is it right what they're talking about? And of course, same goes with other diseases like blood pressure. The levels continuously vary about what is acceptable and what is not, based on maybe your socio-economic condition, where you live in the world, your DNA, the tribe that you come from, etc. In our next episode, we're going to look at the world of diabetes today, and then we'll look more at causes, and finally we'll look at treatment or how we can control diabetes. Thank you for being with us.